there is AI generated girlfriends now that people are launching, like famous people. I think I heard this one girl. I don't know if she's a streamer or and what platform she's on. So I apologize, but she basically took all of her channel's recordings of her talking, and they put it in an AI, and they were able to generate like her basically. So you can like chat with her, and she sends, and these voice notes come to your phone. So you can write a message and you receive a voice note in her voice, and it's all AI generated.
Yeah.
And they have it in a way where you can't just ask like for like fucked up shit. You actually have to like treat her well before like she gives you more explicit stuff, and she can also break up with you is what I heard.
That's pretty cool.
And people are paying for it.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. It's very fascinating. Have you seen I think I sent you the tweet in regards to this with the big streamers who are just like, they stream but they do like video game actions. And they
dude.
And then people like tip them and they're like, thank you.
No, dude, you fucked me up. You fucked me up with that one.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, hey?
Yeah, it fucked me up. That one, that was in my head like for most of the day, and I was trying to forget about it. And the one comment was, I watched this 30 times. I'm like, yo, that no, can't watch it that many times. That's crazy. No, God, don't worry. I like shit like that fucks with me because I like being fucked with. But yo, that one fucks me up, God.
But that's an interesting thing, hey? Like, so these streamers now are just like, they're essentially like mimicking video game characters and the movements and the behaviors of video game characters and the catchphrases just repetitively on a live stream, and people pay to tune into it, or like, you know, because they can send them certain things. They pay to get them to act a certain way. That's a fascinating thing, hey?
Yeah. What was it? Someone was sending her like food emojis, and she was like,
yeah, yeah, spicy.
I don't know what else, but she was doing. I just remember the and like this weird like, it's cringy. Oh, she had the elf ears too, right?
Yeah, and the filters.
Yeah, it was strange. Oh yeah, the whole thing was wacky.
150,000 likes and like however many people tuning in, like, and they're paying to do that. I think it's on TikTok that you do this, but very fascinating. The world is changing rapidly.
Yeah, welcome to the acceleration.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good luck, and hopefully you survive.
Have you ever seen the movie where Comet is coming to Earth and everyone is just like,
Don't Look Up?
Is it Don't Look Up? It's with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know. I can't remember.
There's a comet coming to Earth, and I don't really remember it too well, but I just remember people were just behaving in these mad fucked up ways, and like everybody was really fucking retarded.
Yeah, Don't Look Up.
Everyone was meant to be. Yeah, so everybody was just meant to be that way, and was just acting like just completely fucking insane. And I remember watching the movie like, yo, this is a documentary. People
Absolutely.
are like this. It's not a comedy. Like, well, it is, right? But people are like, oh my God, this is so crazy. No. Like, this is how the world is. And it's going to be worse than that. Yeah, it's not funny.
Interesting thing about that that streaming phenomenon where they're essentially pretending to be AI, like that's humans mimicking AIs in a sense, not AIs mimicking humans.
That's a trippy thought, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's a trippy thought.
So like she's replicating all these like movements that characters in video games, or I assume video games, television, cartoons do, or anime does. But that's a human acting like that, like copying the games essentially, as opposed to the other way around, where it's the game's trying to, like what the AI is trying to replicate human behaviors. Wow.
Is this like some foreshadowing?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just interesting. Like 10 years ago, would you have thought that would be a job that you could do and make money from? I'd say no. But it's a thing these days. And there's another one. There was an African-American chick, and she had like a hair straightener, and she was doing the same thing. And in the hair straightener, she'd put like a piece of popcorn, and she'd cook it in the hair straightener. And then it's cool.
I don't know. It is what it is, guy. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know what to say about
Really,
it.
I don't know. We need to think about it more.
Yeah, I mean the younger generations, I guess, are really, they decide on these like interesting trends of very simple shit, simple repetitive shit, because the whole video is of her doing the same actions and sounds over and over. And I was wondering, like, how long is she going to be doing this for? Like, is this a couple hours? Because that seems mad tiring. Like, it looks like she's putting in the work to those movements and the actions and the repetition. It seems, wow, it
I don't
seems
know if it.
difficult to do, actually.
Well, I think for us it would be for sure, but for her, it's just like it's the same. It's a loop, and so she just like is essentially every time something happens, she's reacting to it, and she's already got predefined reactions that she does, and so it's probably quite efficient for her on her.
Why do you think simpler shit is getting cooler and cooler? Like, the simpler it is, the more cool it is. The more less effort it is, the
Really?
more these kids like it. Like, I mean, look at the child TikTok.
I don't know if this is exactly what you mean, but I don't know. I kind of think that the more rules or the safe, like, okay, so the more rules that governing bodies put in place, the more safety measures and different things like that, the more retarded parts of the population can become. Like, and I mean that in a technical sense of being held back. And I don't know that. Is there a correlation between increased rules and control and the simplicity of the minds of the people in those control structures, essentially? So, like, is it appealing because it's just incredibly, like, does it appeal to a lot of people because it's simple and that's what they're looking for, or that's what they can understand? I don't know. But I definitely. Like, when I saw that, I was like, what is this? This is like so different. I've never seen this before. And I was like, this is all this is. This is, in my opinion, this is crazy. But there's a huge amount of human attention and computation being allocated to this. Like, wow. Kind of interested to understand why it emerges. Because, yeah, like, I can't imagine. Like, to me, that's just like the last thing I'd want to spend my time doing is watching that. But, like, I did watch it for a period because it was so different and shocking, if that makes sense,
It's like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Can't take your eyes off it. But you watched like a minute long video.
Correct.
It's different. It's more of like a curiosity of what is out there and what is popular. Also a way to sort of understand what's going on. What's the younger generation up to? That's not the only thing they're up to, but it's one of the things that they're up to. And
well, I'm also interested is like, okay, like, who are the people spending their time doing this? And like, sort of, what's their, like, why are they spending their time doing this? Like, what is it doing for them? That's the interesting thing to me. Because I'm like, this seems just like very nothing. Like, there's like nothing to it. It's just the same things repeated over and over again, but it must be calming or like satisfying, or I don't know. It's a very strange phenomenon. It might be, like, for me, from my perspective.
Do you think it's basically just because adults don't like it?
No, I don't think so. I think that it's definitely appealing to people on a deeper level for some reason.
So you don't think it's like a rebellious behavior? Like, they know that this is, it's wacky.
Maybe.
And they're not supposed to be doing it. Like, they're not supposed to be wasting their time doing it. So it's kind of like it's like rebellious in a way.
Maybe
doing it and consuming it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like there could be an element of control where, like, because you can buy these things for this person, you can get someone to do something that you're wanting them to do in some way, which is, and I think I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff. It'll be interesting in the future to see like papers published about this phenomenon and whether or not it sticks around.
Yeah. I imagine some of the people doing it are straight up, they just see the numbers. They're doing it for business purposes. Hopefully they evolve from that with the money they make from that and do something else, because that's not going to be for everything. So that would be like my advice.
It's interesting. It's going to be mad interesting to see where this goes. But essentially, like, you're just logging on for a certain period of time each day where people can just like buy you stuff or get you to say certain things, and that's what you do, and you can make money. I just was shocked at how many people tune into those things. I don't know. I feel like, is there really not much else that people could be doing with their time? That's like, well, you know, like, I think that'd be very low on the list of things that I would want to spend my time doing. But that's me. I'm not those other people. So I'm interested to see the difference in our worldviews or world roles.
Yeah. Well, I understand because it's not productive in a sense, because it's not really putting anything positive out in the world. Is kind of,
yeah, I don't see that. I'm not aware of the productive uses of it yet. There could be. Maybe it's a really valuable thing for a certain population of people, or maybe it helps people with anxiety, or I don't know. But it's just like, it was so different from anything I've ever seen before. I was like, what the fuck? And it kind of looks like a poker machine in some sense. Like, it's very gamified, if that makes, like, it was very interesting in the fact that it was so different from anything else I'd ever seen.
I find it interesting that you say that it could help with anxiety. I almost feel like it could cause anxiety.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like, for some people, I feel like that's probably cathartic. That like repetition, that same happen. Sort of, I don't know. It was, it'd be interesting to explore the space. But yes, this is what the future holds for us, Guy. We're, like you said, we're on the wave. We're on the wave and of the acceleration. So things are probably only going to get weirder from here.